head is hurting, something awful. There's a wetness leaking from my ears and loud hissing. Working my hand up to my face is a slow process for lack of room. Becoming more aware of my senses, I'm laying somewhat on my side, find it difficult to move. Slipping my hand behind my head, I feel broken skin and blood, swelling. Bringing my hand back to my face, I can see it is covered in blood. I remember the girl stepping on me and repeated chant of no, no, no. Then my mind is dull. It won't work. There's a wall between my will and desire to recall. It's like being on hold and you're waiting for someone to pick up, but you don't know why you called or what you would say if they answer. You're just stuck on hold, waiting. I can imagine I suffered a head injury, maybe a concussion, but not the how and why. It's only fodder to keep my mind from the horrid reality that I'm buried alive. I have to fight. I have to believe. God help me. Passing from light to dark is the thought of wanting to die, but my mind won't let me. Wouldn't it be something if it was some sick joke? In any moment, Jim will let me out, and I'll hate him, but I don't care, because I will be free. It's about surviving, having hope in the people that are above ground. I switch off my light and let the darkness soothe my eyes. Don't they realize I'm missing? Maybe they're helping the girl and forgot about me. That's it. They saw the girl running and are caring for her. They need to get her medical attention, thinking I'm back at the camp having a burger with Misty. Wait. Misty would be searching for me. Perhaps she's digging in the dirt above me right now. I turn slightly toward the green tube which provides the air. I have no energy to muster up more than a loud whisper. Still. Misty. Misty. Listening intently. But nothing. This box is so uncomfortable. I feel like I'm lying on the rocks. Maybe some fell in when the girl took off. They must have come back to check on her. Found me meddling and bashed in my head. But why didn't Jim warn me? If he went chasing after Gina, I'll kill him. He was meant to be a lookout for me. Surely they made it to the ranger station by now. Maybe the ranger wasn't there. They drove down the mountain to get help. Surely that's it. Jim went chasing Skirt and they couldn't find the ranger, so they went to town. I don't know how long I've been in this box, but they should be back any time. It's getting harder to breathe. I cock my head toward the air hose and feel moisture from the air. Covered in sweat and blood, I try clearing dried blood from my nose. In doing so, the pressure in my ears is reduced, and I can hear a faint scratching on the surface. It keeps stopping and starting, and muffled whimpers like a dog. My eyes start to fill with tears. Misty. Misty, is that you? The digging begins again. Oh my God, dear God. Misty has found me. Something is triggered in my brain and urine begins to fill my pants, but I don't care, because Misty is going to get me out of here. Even if she can't, others will be alerted to her digging. Keep digging, girl. Come on, you can do it. Before I have time to connect a few thoughts, I hear a horrible thud, and Misty begins crying. Something has hurt her. Crying. Crying. Until it fades. And then the devil whispers into the ventilation tube. You must be burning up in there. It's gonna get hotter, and harder to breathe when I pulled this tube. I had unfinished business with the little bird you set free, but I caught up to her and let her know how sorry I was for being late. And she forgave me, so it's all good. Honey, how people will nearly believe anything when you wear an official uniform. I warned you to keep that mutt of yours close. Your kind never listen, but you're listening now. Y'all have a good evening. And with that, the tube is jerked from the hole. I scream, "No! No!" Begin pounding on the lid and arching my back, trying to force the lid open, shifting side to side, back and forth, struggling to find the flashlight switch. Begin slamming the light against the ceiling. It slips from my sweaty palms and tumbles to the floor. It starts to flicker. Off. On. Off. On. Nudging it with my leg brings it to a full light. Blinking through the soreness of my eyes and brightness of the light, I can see my mud-covered boots, squinting over and over to bring some kind of focus, and then clarity, heaven, hell, children, Mom, Misty, Little League, barbecues, fishing, brown eyes, blue eyes, blonde hair, brown hair. The severed heads of Jim and Gina. My eyes roll back in my head. The thing that kept me going is now slipping into their lifeless eyes, where hope cannot survive. My body begins to shake violently. A great earthquake is pushing me up to heaven, through the planets and the stars. Then, darkness. Waking, I'm staring up at the stars. The night is fresh. The air is clean. A musky scent of woods is prevailing. Raising up, I notice a figure in the distance observing me. At first thought, the ranger had come back to kill me. And then, behind the figure, my dog Misty comes running to me. She jumps into my lap and begins licking me. I hold her close and weep. Lifting myself up, I sit beside the wooden box, directly in my line of sight, about 12 feet up. The man in the ranger suit is hanging by his feet, body drained of blood. Beneath, outlined in mud, are the footprints of an animal unknown. The partial cloud clears, and the moon shines full. Misty gazes into the darkness, lifts her head to the heavens, and howls across the majestic forest.